Hi there, this is Jian from Spokane Public Library again. And as you can see, I'm going to bake a little bit today, but nothing is as quintessentially America as pies. So as a result, I'm not going to show you how I make pies because I'm sure you all know it much better than I do. However, I would like to share a pie crust recipe with you today, and that's the main goal. That's the only goal of this taping today. I never used to make pie until I came across this. The recipe of the crust was given to me by some lady named Marsha, someone I met briefly. But ever since she gave me this recipe, I've been making them liberally. All of pie crusts are made with either butter or shortenings. I don't have any problem with butter, but I have a child that is allergic to dairy, so that rules it out. But I have tremendous problem making pies with shortening or making anything with shortening anyway. What is shortening anyway? It is hydrogenate oil. And the hydrogen in that oil and the process that is made deactivate the gluten in the flour, producing a pie crust that is really flaky and fluffy and creating that taste that you are looking for in a pie crust. So that's why people use shortening to bake, especially to make pie crust like that. So I'd stay away from that because hydrogenate oil, as you know, has high amount of trans fat, which contributes is the main culprit in heart disease, right? So it's not very healthy. So if you buy a pie from a commercial maker, chances that that pie crust is made with hydrogenate oil. So anyway, today's trick is this: a pie crust made with olive oil or any kind of good oil. Extremely simple. 3 ingredients: 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of flours, half a cup of oil. I almost use exclusively oil. And the third ingredient, if you don't have anyone that in the house that is dairy intolerant, you can use milk. I use soy milk. 1/3 of a cup of soy milk. 1/3. And this is really the only time that I ever cook with measurement cup. 3 ingredients. That's it. Sometimes when you measure it exactly right, it still wouldn't feel right to your hands. So in that case, you can always use a little bit more oil, maybe add another tablespoon. Mix it up like this. And I'm going to use my hand. And so once I mix it, very briefly, very roughly, you don't have to mix it a long time. Break them into 2 chunks. And there you have it. You're ready to roll out that pie crust. So proceed like you always do when you're making pies. Today I'm making berry pies. 4 cups of berries from last year's garden and a cup of sugar and 1 tablespoon of flour in the filling. And that's it. No salt, nothing else. Bake it in the oven until the drippings, the juice that comes out, are cloudy, gooey, and thick. I can't tell you how long it takes because each oven is different, so I don't want to mislead you. Sometimes it may be a little bit hard to roll up. You just have to work with it. So anyway, and that's it. That's really, there is to it. 3 ingredients in your pie crust, and 3 ingredients in your fillings. And there it is. This is the finished product. Very healthy. Once I hit upon that pie crust recipe, I enjoy the pie without guilt or worries. Now, sugar, you might be worried about the sugar in the pie. Sugar itself is not bad for you. Too much sugar is the problem. So when a pie calls for a cup and a half or something, I always reduce it. The most I've ever used is 1 cup. Sometimes when I'm baking apple pie, something sweeter than berries, I use 3/4 of a cup of sugar, and that's it. Enjoy. Until next time, stay well.